Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Bald Guy Sports Games. My name is Jerry, and today we are going to
My name is
play
Jerry,
our
and
semifinal
today,
series with Oakland Athletics. The games will start in Oakland Alameda Coliseum. So the way, if some of you guys have been watching this, it starts off by I took the top 16 teams in 1975, and I seeded them 1 to 16. The number one seed, of course, was the Cincinnati Reds, who were 108 and 54, and they unfortunately lost to the Philadelphia Phillies after the first round, so they are not in the championship as we speak. So right now we are going to be playing the last semifinal series, and that is between the Baltimore Orioles and the Oakland Athletics. Baltimore comes in at 90 and 69, and they have had a little bit of a bad stretch, um, but they squeaked it out in their last series, so it all worked out well there for them at the end. And so now, um, again, it's just one of those um, situations. People, where the this is. I'm a little distracted here for a second, but it looks like okay. Now we're in the right place. So I hope you guys want to stand by and watch this. We'll be doing, like I said, a best of five. It goes really quick, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And but yeah, we'll have some fun, and we will get ready to start. So the way I take it is I take the top five starters, and I will put them into the just in order, so that way we'll know who's going and everything for each series, and that way we can keep the thing going pretty quickly while we're doing this. So the first starter is going to be for Baltimore is going to be Jim Palmer, and he is an A+8, and he will be play, and he can also be tough, and he'll be going up against Vida Blue, who's a B+7 with no other really attributes or anything that will be happening there. And then we will have then in game two, we will have Baltimore. I mean, yeah, Baltimore will go with um, Mike Torres, and he is a B8, and he can be tough as well. And he'll be going up against Ken Holzman in game two. So we'll go ahead and play these first two games and kind of get these going. I want to thank you guys for coming by. Sorry for the delay at the beginning, but we are live and ready to go. So if you do come in, make sure you come in and say hi. I'd love to hear from you and just to see how that's going. So let's go ahead and go over to the game view, and we will make sure the camera comes on. So I'm not sure why my GoPro wants to go out every once in a while, but it does. But it comes right back on, and everything seems to be, seem to be working fine after it comes back on. So, well, and I say that, and okay, well, let's remove it, and let's go ahead and add it back. So we'll see how that does. That looks like it worked. So we are back in business. So let me move the thing there, and we are back in business. So here we go, folks. Sorry for that delay. We're going to start off with Baltimore coming to play in game one of this semifinal series. Baltimore rolls a 3-4-4. So a 3-4-4, are they a porous fielding team? Nobody's a porous fielding team. Um, so that's going to be a routine ground out, and the inning will be over with no runs on one hit for Baltimore to start the game. So no runs on one hit for Baltimore to start the game. All right, let's see what we can do now. Oakland comes to the plate, and they're going to. That's a 2.55 for Oakland. A 2.55. Are they a strong batting team? They are a strong batting team on an. Yes, they are a strong batting team. He hits it high and far. That is a home run for the Oakland Athletics. Let's see who hit how that home run works out. That's a 16 on the home run chart. They are a high scoring team. So that's one run on one hit, and it's a solo shot for the Oakland Athletics, but they take a 1-0 lead. Let's see who hit that home run for Oakland. That's a 22. That is Joe Rudy hits the home run for Oakland to get them on the board early, 1-0. So now we will head to inning number 2, and we'll see if Baltimore can counter. That's a 5.56. So we're going to have an opportunity for a clutch at bat for Baltimore. Let's see who is in the batter's box. That is going to be 21, is going to be Lee May. He's a B. He's going up against a B plus pitcher. So he's going to need a 53 here for this to be a clutch at bat. So let's see if Lee May gets a clutch at bat. It is a 25. He does not get a clutch at bat, and he actually strikes out looking. And after all that to do, there is no runs on no hits as we head into the bottom of the second inning. So, like I said, if you guys do come by, just say hi. Tell me that you're out there watching. Oakland comes up with a 1-1-6, a 1-1-6. That's a 4-6-3 double play. No runs on no hits. And we head to the top of the third inning with the score tied 0-0. That's a 1-1-3. That batter fans on the outside pitch to end the inning. No runs for Baltimore. And they come up, they have one hit in 3 innings. Oakland is leading 1-0. Let's see what they can do. That's a 5.66. So another chance at a clutch at bat, this time for Oakland. Let's see what he can do. Who's at the plate? That is going to be Gene Timmons is at the plate, and he is a D, and he's up against a A plus pitcher, so that's going to be a tough one for him to come through. He's going to need a 62 to come through. Let's see what happens. He does not come through and actually grounds out to end the inning, and that is the end of the third inning with no runs on no hits, and we head to the top of the fourth inning. Baltimore. Oh, let's roll all the dice we're supposed to roll. That's a 2-3-5 for Baltimore, a 2-3-5. He goes down swinging to end the inning, no runs on no hits, and Baltimore has not sniffed any type of momentum so far in today's game. See what Oakland can counter with. Oakland comes up with a 2-2-3. A 2-2-3 is going to be outfielder makes the jogging catch, and the inning is over. No runs on one hit. And that is the second hit for Oakland, and they have scored 1 run. Baltimore has 1 hit and no run scored. Baltimore steps up in the top of the 5th. That's a 1.66 for Baltimore. A 1.66 is a pitcher grade A or higher for Oakland. He is not. That's going to be a hit for, that's going to fall in for extra bases, runs scored. So Baltimore is a high scoring team. So let's see how many runs we'll score. It's a 56, so they're gonna score some runs there. 56. That is 4 runs will come across the plate for Baltimore in the top of the 5th inning, and that will be on 4 hits. So 4 runs on 4 hits, and Baltimore takes the 4-1 lead as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. So big inning for Baltimore in the top of the 5th. Oakland comes up at a 1.55. It's a 1.55. That's are they the home batting team? Yes, Oakland is the home batting team. That will be the crowd is on their feet as the team rallies. Runs will score. Oakland Oakland will come through with, oh, yeah, Oakland will come through here with 26. That will score 1 run on 3 hits, and Oakland narrows the lead. It's 4-2 now, with Baltimore with a 4-2 lead as we head into the top of the 6th inning, 4-2. That's a 4-5-5. So that is going to be a chance for a clutch at bat. So that is going to be a chance for a clutch at bat for Baltimore. Let's see who's up at bat. 63. That's going to be a chance for Tommy Davis. He's a B going up against a B plus pitcher. He will need a 53 for this to be a clutch hit. It's a 23, so no clutch hit, and the batter grounds out to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit, and that is the end of the top of the 6th for Baltimore. Baltimore still leads 4-2. Oakland comes to the plate. That's a 2-4-6. A 2-4-6. That is going to be hit hard and far. The ball is not coming back. That is going to be a home run for Oakland. So we will see what kind of home run that is. That's a 53 on the home run chart. That is a 2-run homer. And folks, this game is tied. It's a 2-run homer. They've scored 2 runs on 3 hits. And let's see who hit that home run for Oakland. 63. Billy Williams, the DH, hits the home run for Oakland. And folks, have a tie ball game at 4-4 heading into the top of the 7th inning. The Oakland Athletics have hit 2 home runs. Joe Rudy and Williams have each hit the home run. Now Baltimore comes to play all tied up at 4-4. That's a 1-2-3 result. A 1-2-3 result is a pitcher a grade B or higher. Oakland's pitcher is a grade B or higher. That's a strike 3 looking to end the inning. No runs and no hits for Baltimore. Vida Blue comes through in the crunch right there. Now we've got the bottom of the 7th after the 7th inning stretch, and it's a 1-3-3. That 1-3-3 is a pitcher grade F. It is not. Leadoff walk and stolen base are wasted. No hits on no runs. And folks, we head into the top of the 8th inning tied 4-4. Hey, thanks for coming in and visiting their world's worst gamer. That's a great name. Thanks for coming in to visit. So the Baltimore comes in the top of the 8th inning. Let's see what they can do. They are going to have that's a 2-6-6. 2-6-6 for Baltimore is going to be. Is this a hitter's park? It is not. It's a neutral park. The outfield makes a catch at the warning track. No runs on no hits. And Oakland will come to bat in the bottom of the 8th, tied 4-4. That's a 1-2-5 for Oakland. A 1-2-5. Pitcher covers first on the ground out, and that is the end of the inning. And we will head to the 9th inning tied 4-4. Both teams are into the bullpen now, and Oakland's bullpen is rated a B plus, and they can be tough. And Baltimore's bullpen is a B plus without a tough rating. So both bullpens a B plus as we head into the top of the 9th inning. Baltimore comes to the plate. That's a 1-2-6 for Baltimore. Easy grounder to the second baseman. That will end the innings. No runs on no hits. And Oakland will have a chance to walk this off in the bottom of the 9th inning. So we will see how this goes. That's a 4-5-5. And folks, there's a chance for a clutch at bat, a 4-5-5, a clutch at bat opportunity. Let's see who has that opportunity for Oakland. That's 46. So Bill North, he's a B plus, is going to have a chance for a clutch at bat. He is up against a B plus bullpen. He's a B plus. So that means he needs a 52 for this to be a clutch at bat. Let's see what happens. Oh, just misses it. It's a 44. So unfortunately, he pops out to the infield and the catch is made. No runs on 1 hit. And we head to extra innings here in Oakland, Alameda Coliseum. So we're going to the 10th inning. Baltimore will come to the plate. That's a 1-1-5 for Baltimore. Is it a low scoring team? Let's see. Baltimore is not a low scoring team. So that will be 115, not a low scoring team. Hot grounder goes by the diving second baseman. Runs will score. The Oakland fans groan a little. Let's see how many runs that will be. That's a 25, and Baltimore is a neutral scoring team, so 25. That will be 1 run. 1 run will score on, let's see how many hits there were in that inning, on 3 hits. But the big news is Baltimore takes the lead in the top of the 10th inning, 5-4. So we will see if Oakland can counter. Their backs against the wall now. They really need this. The fans are on their feet. That's a 1-2-5 for Oakland. Pitcher covers first on the ground out to the first baseman. No runs and no hits. And folks, that is the end of game 1. Baltimore takes it 5-4, and they will start this series off with a win in the top of the 10th inning. So the winner of the game will be the bullpen for Baltimore, and the loser will come out of the bullpen for Baltimore as well. So an exciting game to start this series. And all right, see you later, World's Worst Gamer. And now we will go to the game 2 here. Game 2 is going to have Torres, B8T pitcher for Baltimore, will be going up against Holzman, who is Holzman is a B+7 pitcher. So both pitchers are B pluses, and we're going to go ahead and get started with game number 2. Baltimore's going to start off with a 3-3-6, a 3-3-6 for Baltimore to start off. Oh no, he should have caught that. Is there an error? There is not an error. He regains himself, and they make the play. So no hits, no runs on no hits. And let's see who recovered from that error or possible error. That was 35 for Oakland. Sal Bando hit hard at him. He almost made the error but recovered and threw him out to get out of the inning. So now we had the bottom of the first inning. Oakland needing a win to stay close in this series. That's a 2-2-4. Ball is caught in deep foul territory for the third out, and there are no runs on no hits as we head into the top of the second inning. Baltimore comes up with a 4-5-5, going to be an opportunity for a clutch at bat. Let's see who has that opportunity for a clutch at bat. That is going to be 25 for Baltimore. That is going to be Bobby Grich. He's a C. He's up against a B+. So Grich will need a 54 to come through at the clutch at bat. It is a 46. He does not come through, and that has popped up in the infield, caught for the third out. No runs on 1 hit. And Oakland will come to the plate, score tied 0-0. Oakland's got a 1-3-3 to start the bottom of the second inning. A 1-3-3. Is a pitcher grade an F? It is not. Lead out walk and stolen base are wasted. No runs on no hits, and we go to the top of the third inning. That's a 1-2-6 for Baltimore. A 1-2-6. He's a grounder to the second baseman. Well, in the inning, no runs on 1 hit, and nobody has scored in game number 2. Oakland will come to the dish, and they will have the opportunity. Oh, 6-6-6. Ooh, scary. That's a clutch at bat, or could be a clutch at bat. Let's see who has the opportunity for that clutch at bat for Oakland. It's going to be 51, and that is Bill North. He's a B+, going up against a B pitcher. So he will need a 51 to come through. So North will need a 51 to come through. He does come through at a 53. So let's see how many runs will score. They're a high-scoring team on the runs. That will be 35, and that is 2 runs will come across the plate on 3 hits. And the Oakland Athletics have taken a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Baltimore will step up. and they have a 4-5-6, so they have a chance for a clutch at bat, and we will see who has that opportunity. It is 25 has the opportunity. So that is going to be Bobby Grich again for Baltimore. Has the possibility. He's a C going up against a B plus pitcher. He is going to need a 54 for a clutch hit. It is not a clutch hit, and the batter grounds out into an inning ending double play. So no runs on one hit, and Baltimore cannot counter in the top of the fourth inning. So now we're going to go ahead and go to Oakland in the bottom of the fourth and see what they can do. They get another, that's a 4-5-6. They get another opportunity for a clutch at bat. Let's see who that clutch at bat will be or could be. 42 for the Oakland possibility. That is Claudell Washington. He's a B going up against a B pitcher. So Claudell will need a 52 for this to be a clutch at bat. And he does get the clutch at bat. So let's see how many runs will score. So he comes through with the clutch at bat. Claudell Washington, high scoring team. They come, 3 more runs, or I'm sorry, 43. Yeah, 3 more runs score on 4 hits. And the Oakland Athletics have blown this one open, folks, 7-0 as we head into the top of the fifth inning. That's a 2-4-5 for Baltimore. 2-4-5 Pitchers Park. They are Pitchers Park. It is not a Pitchers Park, and let's see, where was that at? It's a 2-4-5. 2-4-5. Oh, I read that wrong, folks. So that's a 2-4-5. So that is actually an unhittable change, swinging strike 3. So no runs on no hits, and Oakland will come to the plate where they have just been a juggernaut in this game. That's a 2-3-6 for Oakland. A 2-3-6. Are they a strong batting team? They do have, yes, they are a strong batting team. He hits it high and far. Folks, that is a home run, and Oakland is just piling it on. Let's see what type of home run that is. 26. That is a 1-run homer. They get 2 hits out of the inning, so they score 1 run on 2 hits. And who hit that home run? Let's see who hit that home run for Oakland. 66. That is Billy Williams hits the home run. So he hit a home run in game 1. So that's his second home run of the series. And Oakland now leads 7-0. Big game so far for Oakland. Let's see what Baltimore can try to counter. That's a 2-2-3 for Baltimore. A 2-2-3. Outfielder makes a jogging catch. The inning is over. No runs on 1 hit. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Oakland in control, 6-0. That's a 1-3-4. A 1-3-4. That's a swinging strikeout. Gets by the catcher, but he throws the runner out to end the inning. No runs on no hits. And we head to the top of the 7th inning. Baltimore is going to have to try to rally and get something going here. That's a 2-4-5 for a 2-4-5. Unhittable changeup for a swinging strike 3. Inning is over. No runs on no hits. And folks, we are at the 7th inning stretch. So do me a favor, if you guys like what you're seeing, go ahead and please subscribe. Got a new channel. We've got 40 subscribers so far, so we're on a roll. And I've separated my sports channel from the my wargaming channel, so just starting to build up some momentum. So if you guys do the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff, and I'd be really happy. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Oakland leading 6-0. That's a 1-4-6 for Oakland. A 1-4-6 pitcher grade C. No, it's not. First baseman will take the ball to the bag himself. No runs on no hits. And we head to the 8th inning. Both teams actually, Ken Holzman will stay in the game. His rating, he can go 1 more inning without being downgraded. So he'll go ahead and stay in the game to face Baltimore in the top of the 8th inning. So that's a 1-3-6. A 1-3-6. Shortstop fires the first to end the inning. No runs on no hits. And that will be the end of the day for Holzman, but he has a great outing going. He gives up no runs on 4 hits, and he will leave that over to the bullpen for Oakland to get out of this game. So he stays semi. Um, he won't get too worn out because he may be needed later in the series. Oakland comes in with a 2-5-6. A 2-5-6 is going to be pitcher fields ball, tosses the first to end the inning, no runs on 1 hit. And we head to the top of the ninth inning. Oakland's bullpen is in the game, and they will face Baltimore, leading 6-0. That is a 5-6-6. So that's a clutch at bat situation for Baltimore. So let's see who that would be. That's another 66. So that would be Tommy Davis. He's a B going up against the bullpen, which is a B plus. So a B plus and a B. He's going to need a 53 to come through in the clutch. And he does not come through. And he grounds out in an inning double play. And that is the end of the game. Oakland will win game 2 6-0. Baltimore does finish with 6 hits. Oakland finishes with 9 hits and no errors on either club. But Oakland forces the game 3. It is a best of 3, but they go back to Baltimore with a 1-1 series is tied. So Baltimore, their back will be against the wall to hold court while they're in Baltimore. So we're going to fly there now. That means we flip the cars just so I know who the home team is. And again, if you're out there, make sure you say hi. And I hope you're enjoying what you're watching. So we are going to game 3. Game 3 for Baltimore. The starter will be Mike Curler. And he is a B plus 7 and can be tough. And he will be facing Dick Bozeman, the A6 rated pitcher. So Dick Bozeman, an A6 rated pitcher. No other attributes there. So here we go, folks. Oakland is the first at bat here in Baltimore. This is a pitcher's park. Memorial Stadium in Baltimore is a pitcher's park. So that may come into play a little later. So Oakland at the plate. They come through with a 1-3-4. A 1-3-4 is going to be a swinging strikeout. It tries to get by the catcher, but he recovers. No runs on no hits. And this game 3 has started with Oakland going down 1-2-3. See what Baltimore can do. They're trying to recover after that second game 2 loss where they were beaten up pretty good. That's a 1-6-6. A 1-6-6 is a pitcher grade A or higher. So we're going to look at Oakland's pitcher. He is a grade A or higher. 1-6-6. So strike 3 swinging, and the inning is over. No runs on no hits, and we head to the top of the second inning. That's a 1-2-2. A 1-2-2's fielder choice following the walk ends the inning. No runs on 1 hit. And Baltimore will come to the plate in the bottom of the second inning. That's a 2-3-5. A 2-3-5 is going to be, he goes down swinging to end the inning. No runs on no hits. And both pitching staffs are looking pretty good to start this game early. Oakland to the dish. That's a 3-4-4 for Oakland. A 3-4-4. Fielder bobbles the easy grounder. Uh-oh, there's an error. 1 run will score. And Oakland gets on the board via the error. Let's see who committed that error. That's 52 for Baltimore. That is going to be the left fielder commits the error. And folks, the Oakland Athletics on the road have taken a 1-0 lead in game 3. Baltimore 2-6-6. Is this a hitter's park? It is not a hitter's park. The outfield makes a catch at the warning track. No hits and no runs, and we head to the top of the 4th inning. Oakland leading 1-0. That's a 2-2-3 for Oakland. A 2-2-3. That's going to be outfielder makes a jogging catch, and the inning is over. No runs on 1 hit. That's the second hit for Oakland. They have 1 run on 2 hits. while Baltimore is looking for their first run and their first hit of game 3. It's a 1-2-3 for Baltimore. 1-2-3 is a pitcher, a grade B plus or higher. Oakland is pitching. Yes, he is. Strike 3 looking to end the inning. No runs on no hits. And Baltimore has gone 4 innings without getting a hit, and they have not sniffed a base runner. So we will go to the top of the 5th. Oakland trying to broaden their 1-0 lead. It's a 3-4-6 for Oakland, a 3-4-6. He misplays the ball and scrambles to recover. Doesn't recover. He does not recover. Oakland will score another run on another error. Let's see who that error was on. 61 for Baltimore. That is the center fielder makes an error. So both of the two outfielders have made errors, and Oakland is up 2-0 on no earned runs. Just 2 errors have allowed runs to score. That's a 3-4-4 for Baltimore. A 3-4-4. Is it a porous fielding team? Oakland is not a porous fielding team. Routine grounder will end the inning. No runs on 1 hit. Baltimore gets their first hit of the game, but it does not lead to a run. And it is Oakland 2, Baltimore 0 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. That's a 4-4-6. So that is going to be a clutch bat opportunity for the Oakland Athletics. Let's see who that clutch bat opportunity is for. It's for 44. That is for Claudell Washington. He's a B going up against a B plus pitcher. So B plus and a B. He will need a 53 for this to be a clutch at bat. It is not a clutch at bat. And the fielder's choice grounds out, ends the inning. No runs on no hits as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Oakland leading 2-0. That's a 2-5-5 for Baltimore. A 2-5-5 for Baltimore. Is it a strong batting team? They are not. Is it shaky pitching? It is not. That's solid contact, but will fall short of the warning track. No runs on 1 hit. And the Orioles have not scored a run here in game 3. So we will, in fact, the Orioles have not scored a run in the previous 9 innings in game 2. They're on a 15-inning scoreless streak right now, folks, in these playoffs. They won game 1 in the 10th inning, but they have not scored a run since the end of the 10th inning in game number 1. Oakland comes to the plate, a 2-3-5. A 2-3-5. He goes down swinging to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. So again, folks, if you like what you're seeing, ring the bell, do all that YouTube stuff, and give me a big thumbs up. So here we go. Baltimore comes up. They're looking for their first run in 15 innings. That's a 1-2-4. Shallow fly out to center field will end the inning. No runs on 1 hit. And that is the 3rd hit for Baltimore, but unfortunately no runs have scored, and that is the 16th inning that they are scoreless in these playoffs. Go to the top of the 8th inning, Oakland leading 2-0. That's a 1-4-5, a 1-4-5. Soft hit over the infielders, tracked down by the shortstop. No runs on no hits. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. That's going to be a 1-5-5. Are they the home batting team? Baltimore is the home batting team. The home crowd is on their feet as the team rallies. Runs will score. So Baltimore has come through in the bottom of the 8th inning. They are a neutral scoring team. Let's see how many runs they've scored. That's a 34. So they scored 1 run on 3 hits. And the score is now 2-1 Oakland as we head into the top of the 9th inning. So that is the first run scored in 18 innings or 17 innings for the Baltimore Orioles. We head to the top of the 9th inning. The bullpen is in for Baltimore. That's a 4-4-6. So that is going to be a clutch bat opportunity for Oakland. Let's see who's at the plate. That is going to be Sal Bando's at the plate. He's a B plus, going against a B plus bullpen. So that is a 52. He will need a 52 here, folks, to come through in the clutch. And he gets a 64, so he comes through in the clutch. Let's see how many runs we'll score. They're a high-powered offense. 24. That will be one run we'll score on one hit, and they will Oakland will take a 3-1 lead going into the bottom of the ninth inning. Not what Baltimore needed. They needed to keep that score a little closer, but hopefully they can come back and rally. The hometown fans are on their feet in the bottom of the ninth inning. That is a 1-5-5. A 1-5-5. Are they the home batting team? Yes, they are. The home crowd is on their feet as their team rallies. Runs will score. So Baltimore is a neutral scoring team. Will they be able to score more than 2 runs here to take the win? It's a 52 neutral scoring team. They score 2 runs on 2 hits. And folks, guess what? The Baltimore Orioles have tied this game at the end of the ninth inning. They have tied it. We're going to extra innings. It is 3-3, and we are going to another extra inning game. Game 1 went to extra innings with Baltimore winning in the bottom of, or the top of the 10th inning. So now we're in game 3, and we're heading to the 10th inning. Oakland will come to the plate. That's a 4-5-5. So Oakland will get a chance for a clutch at bat. So let's see who's at the plate. 65. That's going to be Billy Williams. He's had a huge series so far. He's hit 2 home runs. So Billy Williams is a B. He's up against Baltimore's bullpen, who's a B plus. He will need a 53 to come through in the clutch. So let's see what happens. He gets a 45, so he does not come through in the clutch, and he grounds out into an inning double play, and they get no runs on 2 hits. And Baltimore will come to the plate looking for the walk-off win. So Baltimore comes to the plate. It is a 3-3-5. A 3-3-5. Solid fielding team. So where are we at? Is Oakland a solid fielding team? They are neutral. So the ball glances off the fielder's glove. It could possibly be an error. It is an error, and a run will score. And folks, unbelievable. The Baltimore Orioles will win in the bottom of the 10th inning on an error. The error was committed by the first baseman. Joe Rudy commits the error, and Oakland loses in the bottom of the 10th inning. Baltimore comes back at home and takes game 3, and they now have a 2-1 series lead as they head to game 4 playing in Baltimore. So what a good game, folks. Baltimore came through with 2 in the ninth to tie, and then the error from Rudy let the winning run score in the bottom of the 10th inning. So now we are heading to the deciding, or could be the deciding game. Oakland will need to win this to stay in the series. The Philadelphia Phillies, who were 86 and 76, the number 8 seed, is awaiting the winner of this game in the championship series. That championship series will be a 7-game series, and that will be live here on Bald Guy Sports as well. So make sure you guys tune in for that. So we're going to go to game 4. The pitcher for Baltimore is going to be Ross Grimsley is the pitcher. And he is a grade B6, but he can be shaky at times. The A's are going to counter with Stan Boston, and he is a B plus 6 pitcher, but he is tough. So the pitching for Oakland looks like they get a little bit of an advantage to start game 4. But we all know it's played on the field. So now Oakland will come at bat with their backs against the wall. That's a 3-3-4. Shortstop ranges to his left to make the out. Inning over. No runs on 1 hit. And we head to Baltimore coming to the plate in the bottom of the first inning. That's a 1-3-6. Shortstop fires to first to get the runner. No runs on no hits, and neither team scores in the first inning. Oakland comes to the plate. Their back is against the wall. That's a 4-6-6, so that's going to be an opportunity for Oakland to have a clutch at bat. Let's see who that clutch at bat could be. That's a 65. That's going to be Billy Williams. He's had a huge series so far, couple homers. Let's see what he can do. So Billy Williams he's a B. He's going up against a B. So that is going to be, he needs a 52 here to have a clutch at bat. He rolls at 11. It is not a clutch at bat. Popped up in the infield, caught for the third out. No runs on one hit. And Oakland leaves a good opportunity in the dust there without capitalizing. Baltimore will come to the plate. Baltimore gets a 4-4-5, so they're going to have a chance for a clutch at bat. So let's see who has that opportunity. That is going to be Dave Duncan, the catcher. He's a B going up against a B plus. He's going to need a 53 to come through in the clutch here. So let's see if Dave Duncan can come through. That's a 44. He does not come through. Popped up in the infield, caught for the third out. No runs on one hit. And that is the first hit for Baltimore, but no runs are scored. And we head to the top of the third inning, 0-0. That's a 1-2-3. A 1-2-3 is a pitcher grade B plus or higher. So Baltimore is pitching with, he is not a B plus or higher. The batter fights off the inside pitch and puts the ball in play. Runs will score for Oakland. Oakland's a high scoring team, so let's see how many runs they do get across. Big inning, folks. That's going to be 4 runs. 4 runs on 4 hits, and Oakland busts this open 4-0 in the top of the third inning. So Baltimore will have to fight back again if they want to pull off this game 4 and not head back to Oakland. That's a 2-2-5. A 2-2-5. Is it a pitcher's park? It is a pitcher's park. That batter flies out to deep right to end the inning. No runs on one hit. We head to the top of the 4th inning. That is a 2-4-6. A 2-4-6. It is hit hard and far. That ball isn't coming back. That is a home run. So Oakland has hit a home run. Let's see what kind of home run that is. 43 on the home run chart. That is a 2-run homer, a 2-run blast. Let's see who hit that for Oakland. 53. That is Reggie Jackson. The right fielder hits a 2-run home run, and that gives Oakland a 6-0 lead over Baltimore. Reggie Jackson comes through in the clutch in the top of the 4th inning. Baltimore counters with the 1-4-6. Is the pitcher grade to C higher or C or lower? No, he's not. First baseman will take the ball to the bag himself. No runs on no hits. And we go to the top of the 5th inning with Oakland well in control, 6-0. Well, that's a clutch bat situation, the dreaded 6-6-6, but good for them. Oakland will see who is at bat. At 63 for Oakland, so that is going to be Billy Williams. This guy has come up in the clutch a lot during this series. It's a B versus a B pitcher, so he's going to need a 52 for the clutch at bat. It is not a clutch at bat, and the pitcher strikes him out looking. No runs on one hit, and Oakland still has the 6-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. That's a 6-6-6, a clutch at bat for Baltimore opportunity now. So let's see who that would be. 35. That's going to be Brooks Robinson. He's an A going up against a B plus pitcher. He needs a 51. So Brooks Robinson needs a 51 to come through. And he does not come through. And the batter grounds out into an inning double play. No runs on one hit. And we head to the top of the 6th inning with the score 6 for Oakland and nothing for the hometown Orioles. Go to the top of the 6th inning. That's a 2-3-4. A 2-3-4. That is going to be. Are they a weak batting team? No. Are they a tough pitching team? So is Baltimore a tough pitching team? They are. Let's see. One, two, three, four. They are not. So weak batting, tough pitching team. It could be. It might be. It is out of here. Oakland scores again on a home run. Let's see what that home run looks like. 52. That is another two-run homer. And who hit that two-run homer? That is going to be 61 for Oakland. Folks, that's Reggie Jackson again. Back-to-back home runs for Reggie Jackson. And he scores another. That's the second two-run homer. And it is 8-0 as Oakland is blowing this one wide open. Reggie Jackson is being the man with two-run homers. Go to the bottom of the sixth. That's a 3-6-6. This is a Forest Fielding team. They are not. Easy ground to the pitcher who tosses for no runs on one hit. And folks, we head to the top of the seventh inning. Oakland leading 8-0. Reggie is the straw that stirs the drink. He is going nuts in this game. That's a 2-3-4. A 2-3-4 for Oakland. Is it a weak batting team? No. Is Baltimore a tough pitcher? He is a tough pitcher. So that is a deep fly ball, dies just short of the warning track. No runs on no hits. And we go to the seventh inning stretch. Oakland is leading 8-0. They have 11 hits, where Baltimore has 4 hits on no runs. And again, Baltimore, it's either feast or famine for them, as they either score runs or they go long distances without scoring runs. So here's another 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 6 innings without scoring. They had in the previous couple games almost 16 innings without scoring. So we head to the bottom of the seventh. Baltimore is trying to fight their way back. That's a 1-1-6, a 1-1-6 for Baltimore. That's a 4-6-3 double play. No runs on no hits, and that is not the way to fight back. As Oakland comes to the plate in the top of the eighth inning. That's a 2-3-5, a 2-3-5. He goes down swinging to end the inning. No runs on no hits. And the bullpens are both in the game now for each team. So Baltimore will come to the plate against that Oakland bullpen, which is a B+. Need to roll that again, as that one tried to jump out on me. That's a 2-3-5, a 2-3-5. That is going to be, goes down swinging to end the inning. No runs on no hits. And folks, we go to the top of the ninth inning. Oakland leading 8-0. That is a 3-5-5, a 3-5-5 solid fielding team. Let's see. We are Oakland. Baltimore is a solid fielding team. Shortstop makes a highlight reel play to end the inning. No runs on one hit. And folks, Baltimore is at their last at bat here in Memorial Stadium. For them to not go back to Oakland, they have to come up with 8 runs in this inning. I don't know if that can happen. Baltimore has a 1-3-4. That's a swing and strikeout. Gets by the catcher, but he throws the runner out to end the inning, and that is the end of the game. Oakland ties up the series at 2 games apiece. And folks, we are heading back to Oakland Alameda Coliseum as the Yankees, on Reggie Jackson's 2 two-run homers, dominate the Baltimore Orioles. What a good game that was. Reggie Jackson on fire. And now it comes down to the one last game in Oakland to see who will play the Philadelphia Phillies, who were 86-76 in 1975. But they did come through and they beat the Cleveland Indians, who had upset the Kansas City Royals, and they beat the number 1 seed Cincinnati Reds, who were 108-54 in 1975. So Oakland beat the Dodgers in the last series, and Baltimore beat the Texas Rangers. So whoever wins this game is going to the championship against the Philadelphia Phillies. So game 5, we'll have both of the game 1 starters back in there. So Oakland will be going with Vida Blue, and Baltimore will send Jim Palmer to the bag. So Jim Palmer and Vida Blue as we get into game 5 here, folks. Baltimore will lead off the game. That's a 1-5-6 for Baltimore. Routine grounder to the third baseman, inning over, no runs on no hits. And Baltimore comes up empty in the top of the first inning. And now I'm throwing dice around as I'm excited, I guess, for the outcome of this game as well. And of course, it goes as far underneath the table as it can. So let me grab another die. I'm sure I have another white dice over here. There we go. All right, as we got the debris off the field, we are ready to start in the bottom of the first inning. That's a 1-1-2. A 1-1-2 is a pitcher a grade A plus or higher. Jim Palmer is an A plus or higher. So that is the batter strikes out on the high heat, no runs on no hits. And we go to the top of the second inning, scoreless 0-0. Baltimore comes up with a 2-5-5, a 2-5-5. Strong batting team. Is Baltimore a strong batting team? They are not. Is it a shaky pitcher? Vida Blue is not a shaky pitcher, so that's solid contact, but the ball will fall short of the warning track. No runs on one hit, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. Yeah, you could pull a hamstring doing that. We've got a 3-4-5, a 3-4-5 for Oakland. That is Fielder bobbles the bobbles. Fielder bobbles the easy grounder. Is it an error? It is not an error. He recovers and no runs on no hits as we go to the top of the third inning. Baltimore is trying to get something going here. That's a 2-3-6. A 2-3-6. Is it a strong batting team? So Baltimore is not a strong batting team. Is it a shaky pitcher? No, it's Vida Blue. Of course, he's not a shaky pitcher. That's a fly out to center field. No runs on no hits. And we go to the bottom of the third inning. That's a 1-2-2. Fielder's choice following the walk ends the inning. No runs on one hit. Each team has one hit going into the fourth inning, but no runs to show for it. And Baltimore will come to the plate. Baltimore will have the opportunity for a clutch at bat. So let's see who that opportunity goes to. That's going to be 46. Don Baylor will have an opportunity for a clutch at bat. He's a B going up against a B plus pitcher. So he will need a 53 to come through in the clutch. So let's see if Don Baylor can come through. He does not come through. And in fact, he grounds out into an inning double play. And that ends the inning. No runs on no hits. And guess what, folks? Oakland comes to the plate in a scoreless game in the bottom of the fourth inning. That's a 1-2-5. A 1-2-5. Pitcher covers first on the grounder. And that is no runs on no hits. And we go to the top of the fifth inning. Both teams are playing a little tight in this final game of this semifinal series. That's a 3-3-4. A 3-3-4. Shortstop ranges to his left, makes the great play, inning over, no runs on one hit. And we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Oakland will come to the plate, trying to break this one open. And folks, they get the opportunity. That's a 5-6-6, so that's going to be a clutch at bat opportunity. Let's see who's going to get that opportunity. That's 14 for Oakland. So 14, that is going to be Gene Tennis. He's a D going up against a A-plus pitcher, so it's going to be tough. He's going to need a 62 to come through the clutch. And he gets a 46. He does not come through. And in fact, it's a fielder's choice ground out, ends the inning. No runs on one hit, and we head to the top of the sixth inning, scoreless here in Oakland. Baltimore comes to the plate. That's a 1-5-6. Routine ground out to the third baseman, inning over, no runs on no hits. And we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. No one has scored in this deciding game. That's a 1-3-6, a 1-3-6. That is going to be shortstop fires to first to end the inning, no runs on no hits. And folks, we go to the top of the seventh inning, scoreless here. Both teams have only mustered 2 hits in this game. Baltimore will come to the plate in the top of the seventh. That's a 4-4-6. So guess what, folks? The Baltimore Orioles have a chance for a clutch at bat. Let's see who that person is. That's 12. That is going to be Dave Duncan, the catcher. He's a B, going up against a B plus. He's going to need a 53. So Dave Duncan's going to need a 53. He rolls a 52, folks. So he does not come through. And in fact, he strikes out swinging to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit. And we are going to the 7th inning stretch. So, man, what a good game that we have here today. It is the deciding game to see who's going to go to the 1975 Sweet 16 Tournament Championship. I need to get some other series or some other seasons for this. So I may be looking at that after we're done here. I really enjoy this game, quick and easy, a lot of fun to play. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. So, all right. So bottom of the 7th inning, the fans are on their feet. The 7th inning stretch was a blast, and we are going to see if Oakland can come through here. Oakland gets a 6-6-6, so they got a chance for a clutch at bat. Let's see who that clutch at bat is going to be. That's 35 for Oakland. And that is going to be Sal Bando. The Bando man is a B plus going up against an A plus pitcher. So he needs a 54. So let's see if Sal Bando can come through in the clutch. Oh, we're going to have to roll again because that one was a little on its side. 25, he does not come through. Inning double play. And folks, we go to the top of the 8th inning with Baltimore and Oakland tied at 0. Both teams have 3 hits apiece as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Baltimore, the 4-4-6, and they have a chance for a clutch at bat. So nobody can say these teams have not had opportunities. Let's see who that person is. That's 33 for Baltimore. That's going to be Mark Ballinger. He's a B plus, going against the bullpen now, and they're a B plus. Hold on. Do we want to go? Vita Blues a B plus 7. We're in the 8th. No, Vita Blue's going to stay in the game. So Bellinger is going up against Vita Blue, so they're both B pluses. He is going to need a 52 to come through in the clutch. He rolls a 52 exactly, so he does come through in the clutch. So let's see what Baltimore does here. They are a neutral scoring team. That's a 55. And folks, they score 3 runs in this inning on 5 hits. So Baltimore breaks this open 3-0 in the top of the 8th inning on 4 hits. And wow, what a good game, folks. Oakland's back is against the wall. That was a clutch at bat. And we will see. That's who was that? Mark Ballinger came through in the clutch there. So let's see what Oakland can do. That's a 1-2-3 pitcher grade B plus or higher. Yes, Jim Palmer's still in the game. Strike 3 looking, no runs on no hits. And folks, we head to the 9th inning with the Oakland Raiders. They could be upset by the 90-69 Baltimore Orioles. The Oakland Athletics, the Raiders, I called them the Raiders earlier. The Oakland Athletics were division champs, and their backs are against the wall here at home in Oakland, Alameda. But first, what they're going to do, they're going to bring in Raleigh Fingers, the closer. No holds barred here in this inning. That's going to be a 5-6-6. That's going to be a clutch at bat opportunity. So Baltimore's really looking to put this one away. Let's see who's at the plate. 46. That's going to be Don Baylor. He's a B going up against an A plus Raleigh Fingers. He's going to need a 55 to come through. So will Don Baylor come through? It's a 53, does not come through. Batter grounds out into inning double play. And folks, we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Baltimore leading 3-0, and Oakland down to their last at bats here to stay alive in the Sweet 16 tournament. So Baltimore will come in with their closer, Dyer Miller. He's an A plus, and he can be tough at times. And let's see what Oakland can do. That is a 2-5-6, a 2-5-6. Pitcher fields ball, tosses to first to end the inning. No runs on one hit. And folks, that is it. The Oakland Athletics get upset in the semifinals by the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles scored 3 runs on 4 hits. The Oakland Athletics scored no runs on 4 hits, no errors in the game, and the Oakland A's are upset in the semifinal series, even though they had some great performances by Billy Williams and Reggie Jackson. It just was not meant to be. So, folks, we will go to the championship series next. That will be a 7-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles finished 90-69, and the Phillies finished at 86-76. So it should be a good series, and that will be our championship. So I appreciate you guys for coming by. Make sure you ring the bell, do all that YouTube stuff. And until next time, everybody, be safe, be kind. Happy wargaming, everybody.